Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I hope you've had a very good weekend. There was no video yesterday, I took a little break, international break, there's not really much on, and yesterday was a bit of a dead day. Except for the Nations League final, which is what I called the Carabao Cup final of internationals, because that is what it felt like. I mean, why do we play Nations League? I mean, what's the point? But anyway, good game. Second half at least. First half was pretty dead. But that's all we had this weekend. Except also, big up if we're turning away from the football very, very quickly. Mr. Tyson Fury. Doing what he does best. The Gypsy King. Dominating heavyweight boxing at the moment. I mean, what a scene we have over there. But what a fight. That was the highlight of the weekend. So if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, watch it. But yeah, I hope all of you had a good weekend. We are now back. Today's Monday. There is no Reddit video this week. There will be next week. And don't worry, for those of you that have put posts up on the Reddit page, I will be looking at the posts for the past, last week and this week that we've just started. So keep going. I will react to the best ones next Monday. So keep your eyes peeled. Today, we're going to talk about two things. Firstly is the elephant in the room, because I went on social media today and I looked and saw what everyone was talking about, and I just went, oh, come on, not again. Are we really doing this, people? Eden Hazard to Chelsea. The rumour once again is floating about, and everyone with their mother is talking about, oh, Eden Hazard back to Chelsea. Should it happen? Now, obviously, I know there's many of you that probably think, yes, I want Eden Hazard back. And there's many of you that think, no, I don't want Eden Hazard back. But the source that this has come from is El Nacional in Spain. And it states Eden Hazard returning to Chelsea for a fee of 45 million euros, but also meaning that Reece James goes the other way to Real Madrid. Now, here's how I look at this. If this was just Eden Hazard possibly coming back to Chelsea, I would look at it and go, okay, it might be legit, but Reece James part of the deal? No, this is fully fabricated. Fully fabricated. This is not real. This isn't true. It can't be. Real Madrid are not that stupid, because they are not that dumb. They look at this, they know Chelsea will turn that down instantly. It's a no-brainer. It's non-negotiable. It shouldn't even be discussed. Reece James the other way, and we get Eden Hazard back. Come on. I'm going to put the whole Reece James thing to the side one sec, because that will never happen in a million years. Real Madrid have got to come to the table with 100 to 150 million for us to even start considering letting Reece James go to Real Madrid. Not happening. It's not going to happen. Reece James, much like some of the other young lads that have come into the team, some of the other key players we have in the team, he's instrumental to Thomas Tuchel, to the Chelsea side. Like, there's just no way. But if we're talking about Eden Hazard, this is what I want to discuss, because a lot of people seem to be caught up in this nostalgia. I like nostalgia. I feel like I'm quite a nostalgic person. I like looking back and going, yeah, you know, that was an amazing time. Yeah, oh, I wish we could have that again. Yeah, I can be like that, right? But what I've learned over the past is to not get too nostalgic, because it ends in heartbreak. And that's not necessarily to do with my own personal life. I'm talking football. I mean, because in my personal life, like, let's face it, I saw a thing on socials earlier on. It made me laugh. But the people that want this to happen are probably the same people that run back to their exes. Now, is that the case? Only you can answer for yourself. I've never been back to an ex, so I wouldn't know. But word on the street is that it's never a good idea. So what I'm saying is, on a footballing level, look at Chelsea, and every time we've gone back to someone from the past, yeah, it's never ended well. I mean, depending on the circumstances. Look at Mourinho. We brought him back. I wanted it to happen. I was advocating for that to happen. I remember when AVB was at Chelsea, and some of you that are OG and know me from a long time ago will remember when I was campaigning for AVB to get sacked and Mourinho to come back. That is what I wanted. And I remember when AVB got sacked, I was like, yes, step one, done. Now, step two, get back Jose. And eventually we did. It looked like that was the plan. We brought in Benitez. He was kind kind of just a stopgap. After that, we brought back Jose. Now, as well as it was at the beginning, we won the league, we won the League Cup, we had good Champions League runs, it was decent. Look at the way it ended, man. Look at the way it ended. Horrific. For a club legend like Jose, for it to end like that is heartbreaking. Now, if he had never come back, all he would have was 2004, 2007. And we could just look at that and go, perfect. Perfection. That's it. You know, Drogba came back. Didn't have the same impact as a player. Although I understand with Drogba, he wasn't brought in for what he could do on the pitch. He was brought in for the dressing room, for his personality, to try and inspire, to try and get a big leader in the dressing room to motivate the team. That was the sole purpose of Drogba coming back. So I understand why. But even alongside that, look at Lampard. We didn't get Lampard because he's such a good manager. We brought Lampard back because he's a club legend and just stuck him in a manager role. You know, look at the way that ended. Nostalgia, especially in football, it's not a good thing. When someone's past their prime, when someone's past their peak, they're gone. They're past. They are past their peak. They're never getting their prime back again. It's not going to happen. You know, it's just, don't expect too much just because of the name on the back. Eden Hazard was fantastic for us, right? I get that. You could also argue, club legend. I get that. Fantastic. What he done on the ball for the team, incredible. And some would probably argue that his style of playing and his skill is probably what we need in our front three for us to try and create and get some more goals. But what is it going to end up with? All we're going to have is get Eden Hazard back, who will then be a key player again because it's Eden Hazard. We try and base everything around Eden Hazard, only for him to leave again, and then we're going to have to restructure again when we've already moved on from him, won the Champions League without him. Let's keep looking forward, not backwards. Please, not backwards. One thing that I've learned, and not just necessarily in football, but in life, is the past is a good thing to look back on. Don't be sad about the past. Be grateful that it happened. You know, don't look back in anger. Basically, don't look back and go, "Oh man, I wish we were back in that time." Just look back at it and be happy that it happened. But look forward and look at how you can develop and look at the tools that you have and look at what you can do using the resources that you have to make your life better, to develop, to grow. We're not going to do that with Eden Hazard back. You're just not. And at least if Eden Hazard was the same Eden Hazard. He's not the same Eden Hazard, man. And if anyone is saying he is, you're in denial. Yeah, I'm going to go full Gordon Ramsay on you now. If you think Eden Hazard is the same Eden Hazard that left Chelsea, you're in denial. Straight up, you're in denial. He is not. His body's broken. And as much as, yes, he might come in, he might have a good spell, but he will not have the same consistency that he did when he was once at Chelsea. He's gone to Real Madrid. I don't know what they've done to him, but they've fully broken him. They've broken him. And yes, he can still have moments of brilliance. He can still dive into what he knows. He can still have that amazing goal or that chance created or a little dribble past 3 or 4. He can do that. But can he do it as consistently as he did when he was at Chelsea? Hell no. Because anytime he actually tries to reach that level again, right now his body just breaks and he gets an injury. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. And I don't think we will. If I'm being completely honest, this rumour with the Reece James thing stuck in there, I think it's fully fabricated. Do not get caught up in the hype. I'm just saying that now. Look forward. Look at the young lads that are available, not just at Chelsea, but across the spectrum. If we have to bring anyone in, we should be looking at young lads that can come in and have an impact, that can develop and grow and get better and try and take Chelsea to new heights. That's what we got to do. Not look back to the past. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments what you think about Eden Hazard, your personal opinion, and should he come back or should he not? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Now, the last thing that I want to mention is talking about Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard is being considered for the Newcastle job, and you know what? For Newcastle, I personally don't think that's the best idea. But for Frank Lampard, I think it's the best idea. You know, for Newcastle, I think there are better options that they can go to. I think that Lampard won't take them to the places that they actually have the possibility of reaching with the resources that they have now. Maybe if they want just a stopgap, someone to lay a foundation, yes, maybe Lampard might be that guy. Maybe utilising the academy and utilising all the resources that are available at Newcastle, Frank Lampard might be the perfect person, but he's definitely not a long-term option. As I've said, maybe a stopgap, maybe someone that can come in for 2 seasons, 3 seasons tops, try and develop this team, look and try and spot the talent in the academy, promote who he wants to be promoted, get them installed into the first team, much like he did at Chelsea, but then after that, to try and take the club to trophy-winning levels, you're going to have to move on, I think. But for Frank, I think it would be good for him. I think it's the perfect opportunity for him to prove me wrong. You know, are you a top manager? Can you do it? Can you take a club like Newcastle with all these resources and take them to a title challenge? Take them to, finals. Try and get this team winning trophies. It's the perfect opportunity for him. And if he doesn't take it, honestly, what will you take? What will you take? It's not exactly like Man United or Man City or Liverpool are going to come calling for a Frank Lampard. Let's have it right. I think this is the opportunity of his life. If it does come for him, take it and try and prove people wrong. But if he doesn't, the best job that he's probably going to get is a mid-table Premier League team or maybe a lower league Premier League team. And to be honest, what are you going to achieve with them? Not that much. So, yeah. My 2 cents. Let me know in the comments what you think about Frank Lampard. If they do actually approach, because this is what's been reported on the Telegraph, Lucien Favre and Frank Lampard are 2 of the names under consideration to replace Steve Bruce, who will be sacked this week, by the way. Before the Spurs game, he will not be in charge. So, yeah. Should Frank Lampard take it? Should he not? Do you think Frank would succeed if he went to Newcastle? Do you think he won't? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But that concludes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope all of you have enjoyed it. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as I've already mentioned about Eden Hazard and about Frank Lampard. I'd love to hear it. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see all of you tomorrow. We go again. I'll see all of you then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care, and peace.